This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Adam Cellini. Haley is on assignment. Topping our news tonight, Manatee County commissioners discussing reports of cancer cases stemming from a Bradenton area high school. Several family members and alumni from Bayshore High blame their cancer and autoimmune diseases on contaminated groundwater and soil on that campus. ABC7's Dwayne Lindo is here with what took place at this afternoon's meeting. Dwayne?
Well, Adam, county commissioners did raise a concern of toxic materials being there in the past as well as the present. And as one county commissioner put it, our main job is the safety of our residents. Many of the folks attending agreed.
It's an ongoing issue often compared to the American beryllium chemical plant on Talavast Road, affecting many in Manatee County.
They've been kicking it down the road, and it's not going to go away.
Manatee resident John Rehill has become a cynic throughout the years, trying to shed light on Bayshore High School and the horror stories he says are staggering.
There's 500 families that have been affected, over 250 that died and got living with cancer. There's 50 people or more with autoimmune diseases, more than that in birth defects.
My husband, William Christian Jr., I firmly believe that he was exposed and possibly that had something to do with him getting his cancer.
Family members spoke out during public comment to represent loved ones diagnosed with some form of cancer, one even suggesting closing down the school completely. One Bayshore graduate who knows a handful of classmates with cancer says there is one common denominator.
There was some signs of a contamination and some exposure. And so we recognized that the identifier was the Bayshore High School.
Health officials also attended, presenting test results from 2007, as well as closure reports on underground storage tanks on the school's property. They say they can't find any link whatsoever to cancer, although they do admit there are a lot of variables and unknowns. Commissioners eventually made a motion to schedule a meeting with the school board and the county health department in 30 days, a motion that Lori Anderson is satisfied with.
I do think that it needs to be a joint effort. I think each division holds each other accountable.
And as for Rehill, he says the time for the county to act is now.
You know, so it's not school board property, it's county property. It's all the people of this county what they have been sworn to protect, and they have not done any of that.
The commission made it a point to say this is not over yet, assuring those affected that they will have some answers. Adam, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Dwayne. New tonight, an investigation is underway at a Manatee County middle school. Police receiving reports that a staff member inappropriately touched a student. The Palmetto Police Chief says they were notified about an incident at Lincoln Memorial Middle School this afternoon. He says detectives are speaking to students to get more information about the allegations. We will have more details on this story as they become available. And we're learning more about a suspicious incident that left 2 people dead in Punta Gorda last December. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office has identified the human remains found inside a burned vehicle on Vermont Road. The remains are those of 21-year-old Emmanuel Marmolejos and 27-year-old Anthony Espinoza. They were both from the Miami area. Deputies are still calling this a homicide investigation, and no arrests have been made at this time. New details tonight on a 4-vehicle crash that killed 1 man and injured 2 others. The Florida Highway Patrol says 77-year-old Robert Wisniewski was driving southbound on US 41 approaching East Bay Street in Osprey when he suddenly made a sharp turn, crossed the road, and began driving against oncoming traffic. Wisniewski hit 1 car before a head-on collision with a pickup truck, the impact causing the truck's trailer to break away and hit a 4th vehicle. Wisniewski was killed in the accident. The driver of the pickup truck was taken to a hospital with serious injuries, and a passenger in that truck has minor injuries. As wildfires continue to spread in Florida, Manatee County is issuing a burn ban in an effort to keep them from happening right here on the Sun Coast. That ban includes fireworks, sparklers, campfires, bonfires, and yard trash. Outdoor grilling is still allowed, but grills must not be left unattended. Manatee County commissioners approving the state of local emergency this morning. The Florida Forest Service says the ban is desperately needed to reduce the risk of wildfire flare-ups.
Anything that generates heat is going to move very rapidly. You know, this is the windiest I remember it being here this late in the year. And so with the humidity being low, the wind, the dry conditions, it's just a recipe for a big fire.
The burn ban in Manatee County will be in effect until next Tuesday, which could extend if the dry conditions continue. A burn ban is also in effect in Charlotte County, and Sarasota County issued a recreational burn ban late last week. The Southwest Florida Water Management District is declaring a Phase 1 water shortage for 16 counties due to the recent drought. Sarasota, Manatee, and Charlotte counties are all included in that declaration. The order requires local utilities to review and implement procedures to conserve water. Manatee County will be observing a 2-day yard watering limit, and Sarasota County has a 1-day per week yard watering limit. Despite the advisory, the district says there is still adequate water to supply. There's still an adequate water supply available to the public. And not too much rain today, but a nice cool day out there. Let's head over to Bob Harrigan for a look at that weather. Bob?
A lot of people commenting on how comfortable it has been. This morning's low temperatures were in the upper 50s to low 60s, and that's a result of a cold front that actually brought a lot of wind that we saw yesterday. That low pressure area tracking off to the northeast. Our winds are lessening. All this that you see out here in the Gulf of Mexico, very dry air on the scale that you see. And notice the movement. The movement is from the west to the east, basically a zonal flow right on into the Suncoast, and that's going to stick around. That means little or no chance for any significant rainfall across the state, for that matter, throughout the day on Wednesday. Now, currently, we have fair skies at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport, 67-degree temperature, but it's nice out there. Dew point very low, 56. It makes it feel all that much better, and the relative humidity, 68%. Winds are calm. The pressure rising now at 29.89 inches. That area of low pressure slowly moves off into the Atlantic. Temperatures around the area. We have some 50s. Lake Placid at 58 degrees right now, so pretty cool inland. 71 though in Inglewood, right near the water temperature at 76 degrees, taken at the end of the Venice Pier there. 66 in Northport, Mayaca City at 63, and Bradenton near at 68. The forecast looks like this overnight. Temperatures will drop down, quite comfortable to start the day off on Wednesday in the low 60s, but will warm quickly up. But it looks like we'll see temperatures right around the average for this time of year for highs in the low 80s. Much more of the rest of the week's forecast coming up in a little bit. Adam?
All right, thank you, Bob. A Sarasota man is facing federal charges tonight for his alleged role in an advanced fee investment scheme. Federal investigators say Gordon Moskowitz of Sarasota and 2 other men got more than $5 million from their victims. Moskowitz is charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud and conspiracy to commit money laundering. Investigators say the men ran an investment scheme for 8 years. They are accused of preying on vulnerable parties, most of whom operated international nonprofits, by promising them large-scale financing in exchange for upfront payments. An employee with the city of Sarasota is under investigation after more than $30 million in accounting errors were discovered during an audit. The issue was brought to the attention of the Sarasota City Commission by a local resident. City auditor and clerk Pamela Nandolini says the errors came from sloppy bookkeeping records made by the city's pension plan administrator, Harry Ramphel. He is now on paid administrative leave. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast, plus new details out of Tennessee where more charges are being filed in the case of Elizabeth Thomas, this time against her mother. And an update on budget negotiations underway in Washington, D.C. as one of President Trump's biggest campaign promises is taken out of the latest proposal.
Across America with Mega Jackpots. It's Mega Millions.
Good evening, I'm Carol Blackman. It's Tuesday, April 25th, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $52 million. Win the jackpot, all you have to do is match all 5 white balls plus the Go Mega Ball. Get out your tickets and good luck. Your first number is 3. Up next is 50. That's followed by 13. Then we have 40, and our final white ball is 33. Time now for the Go Mega Ball, and the Go Mega Ball is 2. Your winning numbers again are 3, 50, 13, 40, 33, and the Go Mega Ball is 2. Now, if no one matches all 6 numbers, Friday's jackpot could be $61 million. Good luck.
Introducing the all-new Alfa Romeo Giulia, a performance masterpiece. Race-inspired handling and lightning-fast response times take your drive to the next level. Find yours at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
We asked you, Suncoast, why do you like ABC7?
I like ABC7 because it's local.
It gives me all the local news.
The local news, local weather.
It's so local and so community driven.
Haley Wilgus does a great job.
John Scalzi, that's my guy.
Bob Harrigan is wonderful. Stephanie's my favorite.
I like Scott Dennis.
I like them all.
We're all very grateful that you cover what you do and you're here to participate with the community.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wanna Be Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabeinn.com.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help.
And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Julia from Alfa Romeo. Appearance. Performance. Power. Find yours at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Well, all the averages are up there, but all the temperatures were down here a little bit for the Suncoast. Also, the relative humidity. You noticed that. A lot of people talking about it, commenting on social media about how nice it was this morning, and rather comfortable over the past couple of days, and that's a result of the front that moved on through and brought us some big winds yesterday, but those winds have died down, and things are calm right now. Beautiful sunset tonight from the Van Wezel webcam, looking out over Sarasota Bay, and a photo from the North Jetty, actually looking off toward the North Jetty. You can see in Venice, a lot of people still around. Some fishing right there. Always good fishing along the rocks right there at the North Jetty. Guy Candino sending that one in. Appreciate it. The weather headlines. Mild Wednesday. Again, it should be really nice out there. But then by Friday, most everyone's going to see 90-degree temperatures. Although if you're right on the coast, you will probably get more mid-80s. Staying dry. Unfortunately, the story's been in the last month and a half, 2 months, how dry things are and how dangerous it has been here across the state as a result of the lack of rainfall over the peninsula anyway. The Panhandle has had their fair share of rain. They're not in that trouble that we are here, and by far the area that's under the most gun as far as the rough weather goes in terms of dry conditions, it's southwest Florida, from anywhere from Naples up into Tampa Bay for that matter. This is not rain. We talked about it earlier. They're doing some military exercises off of Key West right there, and they're actually picking up on some of the shaft that they let out to disguise their vehicles, whatever vehicles they may be in. 67 degrees right now. The dew point is at 56 and the humidity at 68%. Winds are calm and the pressure is on the rise at 29.89 inches. The high today was 78, below average, something I haven't been able to say pretty much all spring long, and the low this morning was right at it at 63 degrees. The record low 48 set back in 1998, and the deficit of rainfall for the year continues to climb to nearly 8 inches. The forecast for Wednesday looks good. Lots of sunshine out there. Should be great beach weather too, with a bit of a west wind. We'll see temperatures at the beaches right around 78, 79 degrees, but inland areas will be in the low to mid 80s for the most part, and then 90s come with us on Thursday inland, and then I think most areas on Friday we'll see high temperatures in the 90s. Well, that low pressure area tracks off to the northeast. It's the same one that brought us all the windy weather yesterday. And here comes a cold front, but the low pressure area is so far north that this front is not going to have a lot of push through it. And it looks as though we'll see it fade away just to our north as high pressure will hold on just off the east coast of Florida. That front fades away, and we look for just a slight increase in moisture, and that means there's a chance for a few scattered storms. Whenever you get the temperature at 90 degrees, inland areas, there's always chance for an isolated thunderstorm or two, which we really don't want to see are the isolated cells, because those too can cause fires down the road. Now, as far as the satellite and radar goes, you can see some rain and freezing rain across parts of northern Minnesota. And tonight we had some rainfall near Baltimore, stretching up into New York City, some rainfall there in Boston, all the way up into Maine tonight. And then there's some snow falling and some freezing rain over northern portions of Minnesota tonight. As far as temperatures go, well, it's 47 now in Boston, chilly in Philadelphia at 56, 57 in Detroit, Columbus at 64 degrees, and out west it's 48 in Salt Lake City, 38 in Denver, and Dallas now checking in at 79. For boaters, winds will be starting off at around 5 to 10 knots, and then right around 2 feet for seas, a moderate chop in the afternoon. The tides upcoming, high tide will be at 1:23 in the morning, a low tide will be at 7:23, and sunrise at 6:55. Mostly fair, nice out there, 63 for your low. Tomorrow, another gorgeous day, mild conditions, highs in the low 80s, and the extended forecast does call for warming up on Friday, upper 80s to near 90 degrees. Same story on Saturday and Sunday with that slight chance for a scattered storm in the afternoon. It's only at 20% on Saturday and Monday and Tuesday. That'll be mainly inland, so it shouldn't be a big factor for coastal areas. Adam?
Thank you, Bob. New developments in the case of a 15-year-old girl who was allegedly kidnapped by her teacher in Tennessee. Documents released in court claim Elizabeth Thomas was abused by her mother for months. Kimberly Thomas is now scheduled to appear in court next month to face 5 charges of abuse and neglect. She is pleading not guilty. The girl's father is also now filing for divorce. Elizabeth's teacher, Tad Cummins, is facing a federal charge of bringing a minor across state lines for sex. He also faces state charges for aggravated kidnapping and sexual conduct with a minor. Cummins was found with the teen in California last week after they went missing in Tennessee last month. In San Francisco, a federal judge is ruling that President Trump cannot punish so-called sanctuary cities by withholding federal funds. The ruling temporarily halts the part of an executive order the president signed aiming to address illegal immigration and cities that don't cooperate with federal authorities. ABC's Janai Norman is in Washington with more.
Another setback for President Trump just days out from his 100th day in office. Today brings the score between the White House and the courts 3-0. Federal judges have twice halted the president's travel bans, and now a ruling out of San Francisco halting part of an order aimed at punishing so-called sanctuary cities by withholding federal funds.
This is why we have courts, to halt the overreach of a president and attorney general who either don't understand the Constitution or choose to ignore it.
The Trump administration targeted sanctuary cities, saying they allow dangerous criminals back on the street, arguing the order is necessary to keep the country safe.
The wall's going to get built, folks. Just in case anybody has any question, the wall's going to get built, and the wall is going to stop drugs, and it's going to stop a lot of people from coming in that shouldn't be here.
But mayors of those cities pushed back.
It was an attempt to bully jurisdictions like San Francisco and Santa Clara into abandoning their sanctuary city policies by the use of an unconstitutional executive order.
Attorneys for San Francisco and Santa Clara counties sought an injunction to block the executive order. And today, a judge granted that injunction, deciding the president has no authority to attach new conditions to federal spending. This comes following a federal appeals court blocking the president's first travel ban. That was eventually revised and remains stalled in the courts following a second ruling. And now this marks the third legal hurdle for President Trump and his controversial executive orders. Janai Norman, ABC News, Washington.
And as the clock ticks down to a Friday deadline to pass a funding bill and avoid a government shutdown, the White House is now sending mixed messages on one of the biggest hurdles to passing that bill. A congressional source says Republicans have privately proposed a funding bill that does not include the president's border wall. The president is not backing down on those plans to build a wall, but White House officials say getting funding for it may have to wait until October at the earliest. White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer says the administration will continue to seek funding through the next fiscal year to make sure the wall can be completed. Meanwhile, Florida legislative leaders say they have reached a deal over a new state budget. The deal would ensure that the legislative session wraps up on time this year. House Speaker Richard Corcoran and Senate President Joe Negron settled on an agreement for funding in several key areas. Details on individual items will be worked out over the next few days. The session is currently scheduled to end on May 5th. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Here's a look at tonight's show. Don't overthink it.
But Tom is a special man.
Look at you. You're positively glowing.
I'm like, oh, why is he here?
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
I'm Alan Cohn. Partisan politics at play. Find out how Republicans and Democrats are impacting Sarasota's City Commission race.
Tomorrow on ABC7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Attention blood clot filter patients. Surgically implanted blood clot filters are potentially life-threatening. Some filters are prone to breaking, resulting in pieces of the filter moving through the body and causing internal bleeding. If you had surgery to implant a blood clot filter, you may be entitled to a cash award, even if you haven't suffered side effects yet. Call the Gold Shield Group now, 888-747-5291, to see if you qualify for a cash award, 888-747-5291.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Nobody beats Subaru in service, quality, vehicle quality, and overall quality. And ALG named Subaru the 2017 top brand for residual value. Now lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month. Or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Now, sports.
NASCAR's most popular driver is deciding to hang up his helmet. Dale Earnhardt Jr. announcing today that he will retire at the end of this season. The two-time Daytona 500 champ started his career in the NASCAR Busch Series in 1996, becoming a full-time driver in '98. He joined the Winston Cup Series in 2000, winning Rookie of the Year that season. Since then, he has started in 603 races and won 26 of those. He's also won NASCAR's most popular driver award for 14 consecutive years. Earnhardt says all he wanted to do was race.
I've accomplished way more than I ever dreamed. Way more than I ever thought I'd accomplish. So I'm good. You know, I'm good. On that front, I'm so blessed.
While Junior will no longer race for the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, he does have a couple of races lined up in the Xfinity Series next year. He also says he intends to stay involved with NASCAR and will be a part of the sport for years to come. The Rays trying to avoid their third straight loss on the road against the Orioles tonight. It was a rainy night out there at Camden Yards. Bad night to be a hitter, but definitely a good night to be this guy. Rays rookie Stephen Pruitt getting the start and gets Caleb Joseph looking right there. 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs for Pruitt tonight. 4th inning, Tim Beckham breaks the scoring drought with a line drive single up the middle. That's Beckham's 6th straight game with a hit so far. Ricky Weeks scores. Derek Norris would drive in drive in another one batter later, and that's all they would need. The Rays win it 2-0. Well, Florida's former governor, may be Miami's new owner. A Bloomberg report is claiming a group led by Jeb Bush and Yankee legend Derek Jeter have won an auction to purchase the Marlins. The Miami Herald reporting a $1.3 billion agreement was reached with Bush as the team's controlling owner, all pending MLB approval. Current owner Jeffrey Loria bought the team for nearly $160 million back in 2002. Marlins president David Sampson declined to comment on the situation. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
Every person is different and every real estate deal is unique. That's why experience matters. I enjoy guiding my customers through the process of buying or selling a home because there's so much that can happen. I want them to enjoy the real estate experience as much as I do. I'm Eric Schrock with SWC Properties. I love being in real estate.
It's fine that other people like you. It's more important that you like yourself. And I'm comfortable with every part of me. Meals on Wheels coming to my door as someone who's housebound assures me that I'm not forgotten. They care that I'm okay. My name is Asha Ida Bell. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Happy birthday! When I turned 18, something big happened on my birthday. Every comfort that I knew, gone. This is what it feels like to age out of the foster care system in America. And this is the feeling that nearly 30,000 young people experience every year. But it can be better. You and me, working together for success beyond 18. Improve the lives of young people aging out of foster care. Learn more at jimcaseyouth.org.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Everyone loves a bright and cheerful smile. Not everyone can find the dental care they need and can afford. Now there's a place nearby where anyone can receive professional quality dental care at an affordable cost. The LECOM School of Dental Medicine in Lakewood Ranch is now accepting patients. You will receive your care in comfortable, state-of-the-art treatment rooms. To schedule your appointment, please call the LECOM Dental Group practices, 941-405-1600. We will be happy to see you smiling again.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
The Sarasota County Commission is recognizing the hundreds of volunteers who spend thousands of hours each year helping the community. The county is celebrating National Volunteer Week this week. They kicked it off with a breakfast for local volunteers this morning. Volunteers help 8 county departments serving a variety of roles that help improve everything from emergency services to our local parks and beaches. During today's breakfast, the volunteers presented the commission with a ceremonial check totaling $3.7 million, representing the value of the 160,000 hours they spend helping the community last year. So how about that? Put a dollar sign on it.
Making it a better place to live and bring a lot more people down here too. And then, it's kind of a win-win situation. The volunteers get to, feel like they're doing a great job, and they're also benefiting the community in the same process. So good news there. A lot of volunteers for the Easter Seals golf tournament too over the weekend that helped out at the Meadows Cup. So appreciate those volunteers as well.
Absolutely, yeah. And you volunteer your time plenty of times here in the community as well, emceeing those events. So.
Yeah, we try to get it done.
Yeah, but no check for you, at least not tonight.
No check for you.